Sure, how you doing? So let's talk about some things that happen on your cruise but people do not tell you about. The first one we experienced ourselves on our MSC Seascape about 2 years ago. We get to the room, waiting for our luggage, waiting for our luggage, waiting for our luggage. So my luggage finally came about 4 hours later. My wife's luggage was lost. Yes, they lost our luggage like on a plane trip, right? And there was no way she could wear my clothes, you know? So what we did, called down there, went down there in person. And so there was this little area where the land of the lost luggage goes, right? And sure enough, this is like 8 hours later, right? Sure enough, we go around the corner and there's her luggage right there. So we had to verify, it's her luggage, and then we took her stuff back to the room. So ever since then, you guys, maybe we're a little bit paranoid, but we bring our luggage with us into our room ourselves now. So that's kind of an advantage though too, because then we have our stuff in our room, we put everything away, and then we can go out there and enjoy the ship, Also too, our luggage has some nice rollers too. Then we have the naughty room. So what is the naughty room, right? So your luggage gets scanned like anything else, like an airport or wherever else, right? It gets scanned. If they see things like alcohol in there, firearms in there, say an iron in there, they will hold that stuff up. They will then call you on the intercom, have you come down there, ask you about this stuff here. Now, they're not going to give you too much of a hard time. You can't bring it with you on the ship, of course, but they do want you to know, face to face, this stuff is not allowed on the ship, okay? So that's what happens. So will you get in trouble? No, not really. You just can't have the alcohol extra stuff on there with you. Iron, of course, for ironing board. No irons on there as well. Heat, of course, hot. What's that mean? A fire hazard, of course, right? So none of that kind of stuff, So just so you know, they do have a naughty room where you will be expected to come down there, have that little heated discussion about why you're bringing 15 guns on there, right? So just so you understand, no, not on a cruise. I'll put a link below again for this one here, but you guys really should bring a type of ditty bag, like a utility bag, And the reason why is because eventually on a cruise, you're going to get maybe 1 or 2 days of having an upset stomach, maybe diarrhea, who knows, right? It's probably going to happen to you sooner than later. So what I always tell you guys, bring the stuff with you. Bring with you the Tylenol, right? Or the Pepto-Bismol, or whatever you want to bring it with you. It's going to be to your advantage for these type of things, like a cold or a sickness, whatever, Diarrhea for sure is a big thing now that happens sometimes on ships, because the food's kind of, you get kind of crazy with the food, and you eat a lot. The ship kind of rocks sometimes, whatever. But bring these things with you ahead of time, because you guys know, I don't want you guys to spend all this money on, go down to the store there on the ship, pay like $15 for a $2 item. That's ridiculous, right? So bring your little ditty bag with your own stuff to bring from home, okay? And they want you to really understand this, because I get this a lot. I had the drink package, but I still had to pay for drinks. Well, because as you guys know in life, right, we have to read the fine print, right? Now, when I read the fine print, I put these on because I want to read the fine print, right? So read that, because sometimes in those drink packages, not every drink is covered. Alcohol is like, some alcohol is very high rated, some just very, what your uncle made in the back of the tub back in the day, right? So you have to be careful with what your drink package states. Even your soft drink packages have certain rules in there you gotta follow, right? Or you will be charged. So these things happen. People think they have these drink packages that are gonna cover everything, and they wind up with an extra $100, $200, $400 extra they're gonna pay when their trip ends, because they didn't read the fine print of their drink package, okay? So read that package, all right, you guys, for your benefit, all right? Here we go. It seems kind of redundant. I have to mention this again, but I see this sometimes on my cruises. People still don't understand basic kitchen etiquette, right? They're on the cruise in the buffet, and you see a finger here or two in the food, going for food. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I know for 99.9% of people watching my video, this isn't for you, but for the 0.01%, this is for you. Fingers at buffets, they do not mix. Fingers stay with spoons and forks, and you put it into your plate. Okay, so don't do that. You'll be shocked when you first see that on a cruise, but it does happen sometimes, okay? It's just be aware of that. At this point too, I wanna tell you guys too to please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. This is a community, so I really love you guys being here, and please subscribe. Okay, let's keep on going. Things you'd not expect on your cruise, but they do happen anyway. Casual night versus dress up night, right? Because you'll see sometimes on your itinerary, it'll say on the 3rd day, we're gonna have dress up night. On the 8th day, we're gonna have a dress up night. Here's the deal. We like to do it. My wife and I, we enjoy doing our dress up nights. We have fun with that, right? But just don't expect to see everybody on the ship in these nice outfits walking on the, walk to the hallways in these great outfits, because not everybody participates in that, right? Another thing to you guys, not everybody can afford to participate that, right? You think because they're on a cruise, they can somehow also have these nice, expensive suits, expensive dresses, the heels, the purses, all. Not everybody can do that, right? So just don't expect everybody to be dressed up to the nines on these dress up nights, okay? If you can, fantastic. If you cannot, that's okay too. You'll see on more and more of these contemporary cruises, people are really not, a lot of people are not even trying to dress up anymore. They're just trying to relax in their shorts and then their sandals, That's how they do. But for a dress up night, for me and my wife, we do get dressed up, just so you know. Last thing you might not expect or no one tells you about are the ever-present chair hogs, right? So you have 2 people, maybe 1 person, holding up like maybe 5 chairs out there in the sun, Completely ridiculous, but it does happen, right? So you want to avoid the chair hogs and do not be a chair hog, because everybody's there to enjoy themselves, to have a nice time, right? If it's just you and your honey, 2 chairs. You don't need 3, 4, 5, right? Ridiculous, right? So just have as many chairs as there are people in your party, and everybody can have a good time, right? Because we're all there to have a great time, not just you and somebody else, right? So be on the lookout for that. You will see that people holding up maybe 3, 4, 5 chairs for themselves and just one other person. Just be aware that does happen on the cruises, okay? So there we go. Those are things you might not expect to see on the cruises, but they do happen. All right, guys, subscribe to me. I appreciate it. Take care.